Yo, yo, yo. So it's looking like back in the day, Jay-Z and Tupac, I ain't know they had a little issue too. Like I knew it was like, I know Tupac had a situation with Nas. Of course, he had a situation with Biggie, but I ain't know him and Jay-Z kind of clashed a little bit neither. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I wonder how that would have went. You know what I'm saying? Because at the time, Jay-Z and them was moving. Pac and them was moving too. You know what I'm saying? So I know a lot of y'all gonna get in this comment. Oh man, no, Pac would have smashed them. Nah, Pac would have. But Jay and Dame and them, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't know this, bro. I'm just now finding this out too. So man, let's get into it, man. I want to hear what Dame talking about. I want to dive deeper into this. See what's going on with it. Especially the way Pac was talking back in the day, like the way he was talking about Biggie and Faith, and it was a lot. So I could see why somebody, you know what I'm saying, want to touch somebody over that. You know what I mean? Like it was really a thing. Like I don't agree with Dame on that. Like somebody could be talking crazy about your family. And I think that's probably an older Dame or an older person because when you young, we in our early 20s, we all getting money. We all coming from the streets. I could see how that would go left. But I mean, one thing I like though, man, like I never really was a fan of Pac like that. You know what I'm saying? And even though it was kind of a little before my time in a sense, um, I don't know. I never really got into Pac like that. I mean, obviously, great rapper. One of the best for sure, hands down. But it's just I never really like I. The one thing about me, I never really liked. I'm not gonna say I didn't like West Coast music because I liked it, but I didn't like the negativity that kind of came with the West Coast. For me, like I ain't like it seemed like East Coast, Midwest, they was more on some fly shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? They was more on some like dressing, style, melodies, you know what I'm saying, having fun, partying. And they had their hood shit just like West Coast had their hood shit. But I feel like West Coast was more like on some like just it seemed like a lot of just negativity all the time. And with Pac, I'm like, bro, I ain't like, bro, it's too loud. I liked. It's tough with Pac because it's like you had like five different people in one. You had a Black Panther, you had a super hood nigga, you had the ladies man, you had the actor, you had the dancer, you had all these different people in one. So you can't. It's hard to say you didn't like Pac because it was amazing actor. I feel like if he was still living today, he would be on that level like a Denzel for me. I truly believe that. But I just didn't like the loud shit. Like he used to hop out the car, West Coast motherfucker. Like, bro, you doing too much, bro. I feel like you acting low key. And I was able to cut a dude. I cut a guy who played in a movie with Pac. A couple years ago, I cut him. I forgot the guy's name. Um, but he played in the movie with Pac, and he was saying like, yo, like he was like, man, Pac is cool. Cause I was like, how was he? I mean, how was he as a person? Was he like a cool dude? Was he like super hood dude? Like what type of dude? He was just like, bro, to be honest with you, Pac, and so many people say this about Pac, which is why I kind of be like, because we all know that guy that gets around people and he turns into that person, right? And it's like, dude was like he was like, me and Pac was actually super cool, but he was like, Pac he was an actor, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't like that he would get around certain people, and he would just turn into these to a whole different person. Like he was like when I was around him, he was like he was like the Broadway type of kid. He was like that Broadway kid, that actor, that, you know what I'm saying, he's a dancer. He was always on that type of vibe, but then he'd get around certain people and then all of a sudden you the super hood dude. And I get it, like, cause T.I. kind of said it, right? He was like, I'm all of those. I'm a super educated dude. I'm a hood dude. I take your girl. I shoot at you, and I lead a march, all in the same week. And I hear that, but I kind of feel like with Pac, it's like, I don't know. To me, it was kind of like a facade a little bit. And I know y'all gonna kill me in these comments, but I really feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt the way he kind of like he kind of put extras on it, you know what I'm saying? And then again, hearing this from multiple people, it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna find the film. I'm gonna find the film and find the actual dude that I'm talking about that I met, had the conversation with. That's what I'm talking about. So in Juice, right? This dude right here, y'all can see it. Let's see if y'all can see it. The glare is crazy. See if y'all can see it. The glare is crazy. But now this dude is Vincent Laresca, right? So in Juice, in the movie Juice, he played the Hispanic dude that was kept getting into it with Pac and his boys in the movie. Um I wish it was a better, the glare is crazy. Glare is crazy, but yeah, Vincent Laresca, and he wasn't talking bad about Pac. He wasn't trying to, you know, down him like that. But he was basically just being real. Because I'm again like when I meet people, especially celebrities or actors or rappers or whoever, I like to ask real questions. You know what I'm saying? I've always been that way. I'm like, yo, like, you know, how was he? You know what I'm saying? Like, he was just like, nah, Pac was cool as my boy. And he's not, so he wasn't coming from a perspective of like, on some hating type of shit. He wasn't on no like, oh well, like he had an issue with him. He was on some like, no, that was my boy. I'm just being honest, because you know people are jump in the comments. Oh man, well he niggas always say he did. You came in saying that he niggas always say something, but it's like, bro, like that's that fan shit. I said this in another video. People become overly fanned out with certain people like they not regular people, or they don't have peers that know them for real. So it's like, you know, that be my thing. But nah, man, like the dude wasn't on no hating type of shit. He's more so on some like, yo, like, you know, me and Pac was cool. That was my boy. I just didn't like how he would switch up. You know, which again, like I can see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know when somebody is really like that type of guy. He's not going to be the loudest guy all the time. West Coast motherfucker, West Coast nigga, nigga, you know it's West Side. Like, he's not going to be doing all that. The guy that's really like that is like usually the cool, calm, and collective dude. The guy that's doing all the yelling is usually the guy that's like, he not that tough, but he's around guys that are tough. So he has to kind of like portray that, overly do it. And to me, again, this is my opinion. I feel like Pac, he did a lot of that, which is why I never really like, you know, I never really like gravitated towards him like that. Cause even as a kid, I'm like, bro, why he be yelling so much? Why he doing all that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like I ain't like, why are you doing all that, bro? You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's you seem like you acting. I don't know. Again, no, and no disrespect. You know, he passed away. I'm just giving my opinion on it. I'm just being honest.
Like,
Yeah, and I feel like that right there is you know, a person that's grown up. That right there is a person that's understanding, that's been around blocks and just like you know, that's what, and again, like that's growing up. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people that still think like that, bro. I'm like, man, if it ain't, 50 said it best. If it ain't worth death, then why are we sitting there arguing back and forth and yelling and fighting? Like, if it's not that serious to where it has to be taken to that level, it's like there's nothing. Why are we arguing? Why are we going back and forth? Like, why, you know, but that takes a person that's grown up, that takes a person that's older or just wiser to say, I got real stuff going on. I got real businesses. I got real family. I'm really a father. I'm really this. I'm really a husband. I'm really doing things for my family and making sure they good. I got a million and one things. So if a situation is not that serious, words or whatever, it ain't really too, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even tripping like that. But stay over that way. You know what I'm saying? Stay over there. Don't come disrespecting me. Stay over there. But it's like, you know, I just distance myself. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we should all do that. 2025 is like, distance yourself from all negativity. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't on positivity, I don't even want to be around you. I don't want you in my circle. I don't want you, if you constantly into negativity, it's gonna slow up my process. It clouds my mind with other unnecessary things. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's how you gotta be. You know what I mean? It be those guys too. It be the guys that's willing to crash out. I always say this. I don't want no crash out dudes around me, bro. Like, I don't want you around. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys will be like, man, that's the tough dude right here. He the guy that he'll do whatever. I don't want that guy around because if you would do whatever, you would put us all in a situation and not feel no type of way because you ain't got nothing going on. I want the guys around me that got stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? If you got something going on, you on positivity, you got things to lose. I like those type of people because you're not gonna do certain things. You're not gonna go and do the extra. You're gonna do what's necessary if it comes, but you're not gonna do unnecessary things just to try to prove a point. Oh, I'm not. I'll do whatever. I'm not. 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 We all been there. We all been there as young black men. We all been there. Young black men, Hispanic men, white men, Asian men, whatever. We all been there at a time where you feel like your manhood is tested. So you willing to do whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because you like, I want to prove a point. But when you get older, it's like, bro, I got real stuff going on, dog. I don't got so all them crash outs, like, bro, I'm not into that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that around me. There y'all have it. Man, shout out again, man. Shout out Dame. Shout out Rocafella, Jay-Z too. You know what I'm saying? And shout out Pac, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm just giving my opinion on the whole situation and how I viewed it. But again, it's not to take nothing away from Pac. Pac was a great. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? Even if he wasn't your favorite rapper or in your top whatever, you got to give credit where credit is due. He was one of the best to do it, one of the greatest to ever do it. So shout out Pac. Until we meet again, y'all.